Hey everybody, we are on week 2 of June. We are continuing to talk about AMPS, Living Fully Alive for Jesus. That's our summer series that we're working on. So for week 2, we are talking about Gideon and his army. So our first activity for you guys is, this is kind of just like an icebreaker kind of thing. Get your group together, whether it's before service, before large group, or right after large group before you start your small group time. And you're going to guide the kids into teams of 3. So there's going to be 3 kids in each team, or you can do this as a full small group. It'll just take a little bit longer. And you guys are going to kind of play like a life-size sorting game. So you can have the kids line up from shortest to tallest. You can have them see who has the smallest hands and line them up to the biggest hands. And then you could do the shortest shirt sleeves to the longest shirt sleeves, and so on. And then you can even line them up without telling them why you're lining them up and have them try and figure it out. So that's just kind of a fun activity, a little icebreaker to get them ready for a small group. Our next activity is we are going to illustrate the story of Gideon. So bear with me for a few minutes because I'm going to try and draw this out the way that they did, okay? So the first thing that you guys are going to do, this is going to take a lot of directions, so it's really going to help if you guys read through this activity prior to your small groups, because it'll be less confusing that way, okay? So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to draw several X's on your piece of paper. So you can have the kids follow along. Each of them can have a piece of paper as well. And that way you're not doing this all on your own. Okay, so lots of X's. And then circle one of the X's. This is my one X that I'm going to circle. Okay, and then it says erase the X's because Gideon's army was too large. So this is your army. So I'm just going to cross out my X's and write 32,000 people. Okay, so I wrote 32,000. So Gideon called on men to join him, and an army of 32,000 people, or men, assembled. But that was too many. So we're crossing that out and write 10,000 underneath. So we're going to write 10,000 because now he has 10,000 men. So God told Gideon to dismiss anyone who is fearful. So 22,000 walked away, leaving only 10,000 to fight. But that was still too many. So we're going to draw an X through that, and we're going to write 300. So God told them to hike to the water for a drink and to separate those who lapped up the water like dogs from those who cupped the water to their mouths. That left 300 men to fight. So then Gideon split them up into groups of 100. So I'm going to X out the 300, and now we've got 3 groups of 100 people. Okay, so hopefully you guys are still with me here. So now we're going to erase the 100s or cross them out, whatever you guys choose. If you guys have whiteboards, you can use whiteboards and the kids can use the paper. It's whatever you choose to do, okay? And then it says draw a sword. This is going to be a not very good sword, but you get the idea, okay? That's my sword. Don't judge me. Okay, so we're going to do that. And then it says, were Gideon's men armed with swords and weapons? They were not. So we're going to put an X over that. And then it says that you're supposed to draw a trumpet or a jar. You guys get the idea of this activity. Basically, you're just illustrating the whole story of Gideon. It's going to be a lot of fun to see what the kids can come up with as well. I'm not going to draw a trumpet or a jar because I'm not really sure how to draw those. But anyways, it's going to be a super fun activity, okay? So that's your first activity. This video is really long. I apologize. I hope you guys are all with me still. Okay, so that was our first activity. This is for everyone, so kindergarten through 5th grade at the campuses and 1st through 3rd grade at Plymouth, okay? Our second activity that we're going to do is we're doing it with the Bible verse, our memory verse, which is Psalm 27:13. So you're going to have the kids line up in a line, and you're going to have the first child be the balancer and the second child in the line be the caller, okay? So the caller is going to have the Bible, and they're going to have the verse right in front of them. The first child has to put the popsicle stick in their mouth, so make sure everybody has their own popsicle stick. Explain that they cannot share their popsicle sticks. So the first person has the popsicle stick in their mouth, and they have to balance all 4 dice on it, stacked up on top of each other, and then as soon as they get them all balanced, the first child or the second child who has the Bible is going to read the verse, and then once they read the verse, then the first child will take the dice off of their popsicle stick, hand it to the second child will hand their Bible to the third child, and so on, so it goes down the line, okay? You can split this into 2 teams, and it could be a race, or you can just have them say it down the line. I'm going to see how hard it is to balance. All right. Hopefully they don't have to walk it all because that would be really difficult. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you watched this whole video and didn't get bored of me. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.